you have a unique perspective that maybe you could share that feeling with me.
I'm Spencer Martin here in Bozeman, and it is Championship Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Brian will be on the call, so let's go racing. It's the first round of the playoffs for football, but we still have regular season volleyball going on here in the Treasure State. Tonight, you're going to see two teams who really need a win as the regular season starts to dwindle down and the playoffs are on the horizon. You got the pits behind me still. We got the fans interacting, signing autographs. Everyone's familiar with two-time world champ Jess Lockwood, but what about his little brother Jake? Both the Cats and the Grizz hosting FCS quarterfinal games, 3 state championships, 4 local teams in play, and the busy day finished with a heck of a game for the girls' AA state title. First off, Jordan, welcome to Montana. What do you think of Big Sky Speedway tonight? There's a couple of teams that, after some great years, have some very different starts. For Skyview, we're looking at Brender Bushfield. He was a running back last year, started at quarterback, back at running back, and he's got a heavy workload. You hope they bounce back against LC State? No, they end up losing by 30, and so as Coach Drykosen says, there's nothing quite like being back at home. You'll see her with Coach Keller on the sidelines at times, really showing them what to do, the X's and O's.
I got one already going.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a millennial. I'm a sports guy. You know, you got to follow the draft picks right now. You got to follow the scores. I got to keep looking down. I'm sorry, Greg.
Meanwhile, right here in the Magic City, it was a big night for Montana boxing. Over at the Boys and Girls Club, it was a packed house as Billings Amateur Elite Boxing hosted the Montana State Silver Gloves competition. The competition marks the beginning of the boxing season in Montana, and it gives young amateur boxers a chance to compete for a state title, which punches their ticket to the regional championships in Boise, Idaho. Boxers ages 8 to 14 compete in the tournament, and some of them have already won national championships. One of those young champs is Joanna, or JoJo Martinez. JoJo started her boxing career in this same tournament last year. She would eventually go on to win the National Silver Gloves belt in her weight class. On Saturday, the Montana Local Boxing Committee presented her with the Outstanding Female Boxer of the Year award, and she would later take care of business in her fight as well. JoJo will now have a chance to defend her title in Boise, and joining her along the way inside the ring is her dad.
Well, he's like the only one person that like bonds with me when I'm in the corner. If I'm like tired, he understands and he tries to like help me out. He like really gets me, and that really helps me out when I'm boxing.
Let's play action. He's got Torgerson wide in the middle of the field, catches it at the 40. Now down to the 20. Can they catch him? The answer is no. He is in for 6. And that's Torgerson, just like all those Torgerson brothers at Great Falls, and they put the Bison on the board early. To get over the net, great defense there by the Falcons to keep it alive, but they do the quick hit, the pancake save. This thing is still alive somehow. Now CMR trying to finish it off once again, but the dive by Brian this time. It's Brian again. Olsen finishes it off. What a sequence for Skyview. Barry lost her right shoe on that play. Erbacher going deep again to Ryan, and it's caught once again down the sideline, and Ryan is going to go 2 for 2. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, this one for 65 yards. The run in the reverse, and he splits them upfield and makes a defender miss. That's Taco Dowler, and he takes it all the way to the house. Erbacher keeps it himself, showing on the feet. He splits another defender. He's still going. Now he's got Connor Ryan in front of him, landing him a block, and Erbacher's gonna go the distance. Gets to her spot, goes with the left hand, makes it look easy. 8 seconds left, rebound right, pushes it 5 seconds ago. Testing that leg right now. She kicks it out to Pointer. It's good, right at the buzzer. Rocky Mountain College gets a much needed 3 from Pointer, as they'll take a 28-22 lead into the half.
There it is again, driving right into the body of the shot blocker, creating space for himself. It's laid in off the glass. Dane Ward, check it out on this replay, just takes it on himself, hits it right in the face of Darius Henderson for his 29th point. None bigger than that, and Carroll College still has a shot.
Since the news first broke of Kobe Bryant's death, millions have shared their heartfelt memories and stories of a global icon. Those stories extend to the Fort Belknap Reservation, where one young girl got to meet her idol nearly 20 years ago.
He like walks into the room, we're just like talking, and he walks in and I just freeze. I couldn't say anything.
It was a dream of a lifetime for her.
Meeting your idol, it's something every kid dreams of. For me, I always wanted to meet Brett Favre, and I would think all the time about what I would say to him if we ended up in the same room together. Would I freeze? That feeling of awe causing your mind to go blank is what Lindsay experienced when she found herself in a room with basketball superstar Kobe Bryant.
I didn't know what to say. I was starstruck. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." I was so nervous.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation believes a wish experience can be a game changer for a child with a critical illness. In 20 years, Kobe granted more than 200 wishes with the charity. One of those, Lindsay Donnie Messerly, a 13-year-old girl from Hayes, Montana.
I didn't know it was as bad as it was because I was so young. I didn't understand all of it.
In 1999, Lindsay was the youngest and one of just 4 in the state of Montana to be diagnosed with myasthenia gravis. MG is an autoimmune muscular disease causing severe weakness in skeletal muscles.
I was worried about my daughter because this disease here would make her crippled and wheelchair ridden. I mean, it could still happen too.
Like I wasn't even able to hold a smile or anything. I had no muscles.
Lindsay's parents and her doctors connected her with Make-A-Wish, and when asked who she'd want to meet, there was only one choice: Kobe.
Because no matter what, he always persevered. No matter what the situation was, he overcame it. And that's what I wanted, or that's kind of how I needed to be with my muscle disease and everything. Kind of almost like inspiration.
In 2001, the letter came telling Lindsay she and her family would be flown to Los Angeles. On April 12th, they went to a game at Staples Center against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Kobe would dazzle on the court, 30 points, 9 assists, powering the Lakers to a 119-102 win. Then it was the moment she'd been waiting for.
He he came in and we visited for 4 hours. It was after midnight when we all left the Staples Center. Yeah, it was something.
4 hours with one of the most famous athletes in the world, a gift to the Donies that would never be forgotten. And in return, they shared with him a piece of their culture.
My thing was where he got the star quilt.
It was draped around Kobe's shoulders, and as the story of the quilt was explained to him, Lindsay says Kobe was moved to tears.
The thing I remember the most, is him, how emotional he got to receive such a gift. And he really thought it was awesome that we have the same school colors as the Lakers here in Hayes Lodge Bowl.
In this photo is Kobe on the phone, spending 5 minutes to talk with her brother, who wasn't able to make the trip down to LA.
We told him the reason is he couldn't come because he had college finals. And he told him he respected him so much because he himself hadn't got to go to college. And so he called him, and my other brother answered the phone. And he was so excited. He was almost doing cartwheels, and he brought my brother the phone, and my brother couldn't believe it. He was so blown away that he called him.
Lindsay's dad, Dale, was another person touched by the interaction, as he was given a new nickname by the young star.
I guess he called me Pops, and I was really good with that, I mean, it's just like what a son calls his father. Kobe was really young at the time, so yeah, Pops was good.
Kobe died in a helicopter crash along with his daughter Gianna and 7 others on January 26th. Since that somber day, stories have come out about Kobe's work with young people, and according to Lindsay, her moment with Kobe was the first time he granted a Make-A-Wish, and she's not surprised to see his commitment to community spanning 2 decades.
Just an honor in general, at all, because of who he was and how he was. He obviously did so much for the youth, and he cared about the youth, And it's hard. Sorry. I'm getting teary-eyed. I feel bad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think I'd cry.
Now, nearly 2 decades later, Lindsay's condition is under control. She's married with 3 children and has 1 more on the way.
Make-A-Wish is there to give these kids who may not push through a chance to meet their heroes before they go. And then now you, along with all these other people, have outlived that hero. I guess you have a unique perspective that maybe you could share that feeling with me.
I don't know. I just never thought we'd lose him this soon, or I kind of thought he'd be old, or we'd all be old, or and then it would happen then. I just never thought anything this tragic would happen.
That was her hero, Yeah, I really felt bad because what Kobe did for us.
Known on the court for that Mamba mentality, off the court, Kobe was a man who loved his family and loved being a mentor. Those characteristics are something Lindsay saw 20 years ago in that small room at Staples Center.
In every which way you could be kind, he was kind. And that's how I would remember him, as being a kind person.
Mom, Dad, hi. It's even your son. I love you.
They're a really fun group of young adults. So what we kind of just tried to start is an inclusive fitness program.
A group of Billings parents with adults with special needs approached personal trainer Taylor Degenhart and asked her if she would be interested in leading an inclusive fitness program.
I would say that I've seen a lot of kids after high school kind of fall off the cliff, and there's, no job, there's no exercising, there's no things that kept them kind of in the routine when they were going to school.
There's not enough inclusive services around for this population, access to it as well, so affordability, location for these things, timing, and just opportunity. So I really want to kind of facilitate that here in Billings.
The parents paid for Taylor to receive an inclusive physical training license through the American College of Sports Medicine in Missoula, and they launched Fully Charged in February.
Jumping jacks! Fully Charged kind of derived from being really charged up, full of energy, becoming your best self, becoming who you want to be, breaking all the barriers, and really showing the world who you are.
Be brave, be happy, be awesome.
5 members come to the fitness program every Monday, fully charged with energy.
All right, now skiing. One foot in front of the other. Woo, woo, woo.
They're all really high functioning and really know how to have a good time, really loving, really joyful. A lot of them haven't had a lot of immersion into physical activity before, aside from physical education class in college or grade school or through the school system. Some of them haven't really been to a gym or known how to use some of the equipment, so they get really pumped up for it, and it's really exciting to watch.
So what does a session at Fully Charged look like?
Nice go, Aspen.
Bikes and weights. Oh yeah, remember the how the boxing thing.
Boxing is definitely one activity that gets the group fired up.
Heart rate up. Yeah. Freestyle. Last 5 seconds.
I love it. I really my muscles. I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Who's the best fighter in the class?
Me.
Taylor says she uses a variety of yoga, weight training, and cardio to educate her team about exercising. But it's about much more than fitness. Fully Charged takes a holistic approach to training, instilling a mind, body, and soul approach to everything they do.
We'll do one exercise and everybody else will actually just cheer them on doing it. If we're doing battle ropes or the water rower.
High fives. High fives around.
So we just try to build that encouragement and enthusiasm. So I think that's what they really like, is the atmosphere that they're coming into.
Each session starts with 2 minutes of silence and breathing techniques, and the day ends with some meditation and an inspirational quote to help push the group through the next week.
It's a brave smile, the brave and a joy and a must.
I think that's helped him deal with some of Ty's frustrations and some of his irritations that happen in the workplace or at home with mom and dad. Just that calmness and figuring out how to breathe and just take a moment and relax.
Fully Charged has become a place where every Monday the group can come together as friends and work out together as a team.
They love coming and seeing each other, so there's a really large sense of community among one another.
He gets to be with his friends, he gets to work out, he feels good about himself, he's excited to just compete and work out against his friends and do more sit-ups than the other one, and just enjoys his time together, and he also gets time away from mom.
This is the best here.
Yeah?
It's the best here?
Yeah.
Yep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice.
They also feel like a real team. They're a real family. They work together. They just have fun being together.
Awesome, a brave, and the most, And I love you, Tilla.
I love you too, Aspen.
I must.